supposed to be neutral.
Yeah, what you are. Well then, not a moment to lose. Let's invite our next division, Division 4. Please show your support by giving them a big applause. And students from Division 3, will you please get ready? And let's enjoy the show, people.
Good afternoon. We are going to read a story called Lace Up Against Bullying by Louis Bruce.
It's Monday morning. Grace Taylor and her cousin, Mark Brown, are running late. They race down the street just in time to see the school bus pull up to the stop.
As they get closer, they see three boys pushing a new student who is waiting for the bus. The bus driver opens the door and yells at them.
Stop it, leave it alone and get on the bus.
Laughing, the three boys go to the back of the bus. The new student sits behind the bus driver, tears streaming down his face.
Grace and Mark find seats in front of their friends, Maria and Sean. Grace turns around to talk to them.
Hi guys, do you know what was going on at the bus stop?
We at the school were picking up on a new kid.
Why?
He was wearing different colored shoelaces, one purple, one orange.
They kept talking because of his shoelaces. It's awful.
A few minutes later, the bus arrives at the school. The new student is the first one out. He runs into the school building.
The rest of the students get off the bus. Pete and his friends walk behind Grace and Mark, still laughing about their actions. Mark turns to them.
Guys, why don't you leave the new kid alone? He hasn't done anything to you.
Why don't you mind your own business? Yeah. The boys stop and stare at each other. Grace grabs Mark's arm.
Come on, Mark, let's go. We'll be late for class.
Mark turns away and walks into the school with Grace. At lunchtime, the cousins meet in the cafeteria. They talk about what happened at the bus stop that morning.
What Phoebe and his friend did to the new student was just wrong.
Yeah, I bet that if everyone wore purple and orange shoelaces, they couldn't pick on all the students at once.
Suddenly, Grace starts smiling.
Mark, that's it. But for one day, you are going to take a stand against bullying by wearing purple and orange shoelaces.
Great idea. We could call it Lace Up Against Bullying Day. But there are 400 students in this school. Where are we going to find enough shoelaces for everyone? How will we pay for that?
Wait, but that's when Mr. Police opens walking the store in the mall. Maybe he can help us.
That evening, Grace and Mark talk to Mark's dad, Mr. Brown, about their idea. He lights the pen and calls Mr. Paris.
It's all set. If you two get approval of a principal, Mr. Paris will supply enough free shoelaces for everyone in your school.
Wow, that's great. Thanks, Dad.
The next morning, Grace and Mark meet with Mrs. Whitney, the school principal, to tell her about their idea. Mrs. Whitney gives them her approval and calls Mr. Paris. He promises to get the shoelaces to the school on Wednesday.
We'll make this Friday Lace Up Against Bullying Day. You two can tell everyone about it during today's announcement. We'll also post it on the school website and proud of both of you.
Grace and Mark go to the school computer room to broadcast their plan to the school.
Good morning. We are here to tell everyone that this Friday will be Lace Up Against Bullying Day. Show support by wearing purple and orange lenses in your suit on Friday.
Starting at lunchtime on Wednesday, pick up your free purple and orange shoelaces in the cafeteria. Send a message that bullying hurts everyone.
On Wednesday morning, boxes of shoelaces arrive at the school. At lunchtime, students stand in lines to get their lunches and their shoelaces. During their lunch period, Grace and Mark help give out some of the shoelaces.
Mom, look, everyone is sticking shoelaces.
I sure hope this idea works.
Friday finally arrives. Grace and Mark anxiously take seats on the school bus, wearing purple and orange laces in their suits. Pete and his friends are the last students to get on the bus.
As the boy look down the aisle, they see that everyone is wearing purple and orange laces, including the bus driver. Their mouths open wide in disbelief. The bus driver greets them.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
The boys sit down and don't talk to each other or anyone else during the ride to school. Grace whispers to Mark.
So far, so good.
When Grace and Mark get to school, they are amazed by what they see. In addition to wearing purple and orange shoelaces, many students, teachers, and staff are wearing purple and orange clothing, including shirts, jackets, and socks.
Mrs. Whitney is wearing sneakers with purple and orange shoelaces. She shakes hands with Grace and Mark as they enter the building.
Mrs. Whitney, this is incredible.
Wow, this response was a string in numbers. Congratulations, this looks like Laser Against Bullying Day is a huge success.
At that moment, someone taps Grace on the shoulder. It's the new student who has been bullied. He whispers two words to Grace.
Thank you.
Then the new student smiles and waves to Grace. She waves back and he walks down the hallway, his head held high.
Mrs. Whitney, I'm with you. This day is a wonderful success.
Thank you.
D3 students, please get ready first, and the D5 performers, please sit down. Before you start, I have a few words to remind your fellow schoolmates. I'm sorry to interrupt, give me a few minutes. Which school are you studying in? If I ask you such a very simple question, you dare not say that loudly. I don't really think that you are studying in St. Francis Xavier's College. The students of SFFC are self-disciplined. They know how to respect others. If I pass you the mic, ask you to stand here and then talk in front of so many people for 10 minutes, how would you feel? Frightened. You will be frightened, you will be nervous. Do you want to be respected? Once again, which school are you studying in? Tell me. The students here are self-disciplined. I don't want to the goodies. Some other students, they would really want to enjoy and respect others. But how about the others? Let me know if you have any question.
Boys, I think it is really unfair because you kept talking right behind me. Alright? I know you want your class to win, but does not mean that you disturb the judges while we are listening to the performance. Can you promise me that you will keep quiet? We don't want to shout at anyone. Alright? We are educated. Are you? Alright? Especially during the performance, can you really keep quiet and no noise? So that we can give marks more accurately and to be fair to the performers. Okay?
Thank you for your demonstration. I know that you are one of the good students.
After watching the performances from the two divisions, I understand that it's actually very hard to tell a story in front of so many people.
And yes, and our students also have to take care of all the props and the sound effects. What a challenging task.
Let's not keep our audience waiting. Let's invite the next division, Division 3, by giving them a big applause.
Lace Up Against Bullying by Louis Lawrence. It's Monday morning. Grace Taylor and her cousin Mark Brown are running late. They race down the street just in time to see the school bus pull up to a stop. As they get closer, they see three boys pushing the new students who is waiting for the bus. The bus driver opens the door and yells at them,
Stop it! Leave him alone and get on the bus!
laughing. The three boys go to the back of the bus. The new student sits behind the bus driver, tears streaming down his face. Grace and Mark find seats in front of their friends, Maria and Sean. Grace turns around to talk to them.
Hi guys, do you know what was going on at the bus stop?
Pete and his crew were picking on the nail kid.
Why?
He was wearing different colored shoelaces, one purple, one orange.
They picked on him because of his shoelaces? That's awful!
A few minutes later, the bus arrives at the school. The new student is the first one out. He runs into the school building. The rest of the students get off the bus. Pete and his friends walk behind Grace and Mark, still laughing about their actions. Mark turns to them.
Guys, why don't you leave the new kid alone? He hasn't done anything to you!
Why don't you mind your own business?
The boys stop and stare at each other. Grace grabs Mark's arm.
Come on, Mark, let's go. It will be late for class.
Mark turns away and walks into school with Grace. At lunchtime, the cousins meet in the cafeteria. They talk about what happened at the bus stop that morning.
What Pete and his friends did to the new students was just wrong.
Yeah, I bet that if everyone wore purple and orange shoelaces, they couldn't pick on all the students at once.
Suddenly, Grace starts smiling.
Mark, that's it. What if, for one day, we'll get everyone to take a stand against bullying by wearing purple and orange shoelaces?
Great idea! We could call it Lace Up Against Bullying Day. But there are 400 students in this school. Where are we going to find enough shoelaces for everyone? How would we pay for them?
Wait! Your dad's friend, Mr. Peirce, owns the sporting goods store in the mall. Maybe he can help us.
That evening, Grace and Mark talked to Mark's dad, Mr. Brown, about their idea. He likes the plan and calls Mr. Peirce.
It's all set. If you two get the approval of your principal, Mr. Peirce will supply enough free shoelaces for everyone in your school.
Wow, that's great! Thanks, Dad. The next morning, Grace and Mark meet with Mrs. Whitney, the school principal, to tell her about their idea. Mrs. Whitney gives them her approval and calls Mr. Peirce. He promises to get the shoelaces to school on Wednesday.
We make this Friday is bullying day. You two can tell everyone about today's announcement. We will also post it on the group website. I'm proud of both of you.
Grace and Mark go to the school's computer room to broadcast their plan to the school.
Good morning. We're here to tell everyone that this Friday will be Lace Up Against Bullying Day. Show your support by wearing purple and orange laces in your shoes on Friday.
Starting at lunchtime on Wednesday, pick up your free purple and orange shoelaces in the cafeteria. Send a message that bullying hurts everyone.
On Wednesday morning, boxes of shoelaces arrive at the school. At lunchtime, students stand in lines to get their lunches and their shoelaces. During their lunch period, Grace and Mark help give out some of the shoelaces.
Mark, look! Everyone is taking shoelaces.
I sure hope this idea works.
Friday finally arrives. Grace and Mark anxiously take seats on the school bus, wearing purple and orange laces in their shoes. Pete and his friends are the last students to get on the bus.
As the boys look down the aisle, they see that everyone is wearing purple and orange laces, including the bus driver. Their mouths open wide in disbelief. The bus driver greets them.
Good morning.
The boys sit down and don't talk to each other or anyone else. During the ride to school, Grace whispers to Mark,
So far, so good.
When Grace and Mark get to school, they are amazed by what they see. In addition to wearing purple and orange shoelaces, many students, teachers, and staff are wearing purple and orange clothing, including shirts, jackets, and socks.
Mrs. Whitney is wearing sneakers with purple and orange shoelaces. She shakes hands with Grace and Mark as they enter the building.
Mrs. Whitney, this is incredible.
Wow, this response shows the strength in numbers. Congratulations! It looks like this Against Bullying Day is a huge success.
At that moment, someone taps Grace on the shoulder. It's a new student who had been bullied. He whispers 2 words to Grace.
Thank you.
Then the new student smiles and waves to Grace. She waves back as he was not in a hurry. His head held high.
Mr. Whitney, I agree with you. This day is a wonderful success.
Hey Sam, do you know that apart from the championship, what prizes will be in this competition?
Well, yes, there are also prizes for the best narrator and the best TR.
So it must be a hard work for our adjudicators to pick the best one.
Hey, but Marco, we're just in the middle of the competition. Let's not rush things. But why not we introduce our next group, Division 5, to the stage. Let's give them all a big hand, shall we? And Division 1 students, can you please get ready to get on stage. Now people, enjoy the show.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are the students from Division 5. Today, we are most happy to present you the story, Lace Up Against Bullying Day. Enjoy. It's Monday morning. Grace Taylor and her cousin Mark Brown are running late. They race down the streets just in time to see the school bus pull up to the stop.
As they get closer, they see three boys pushing a new student who is waiting for the bus. The bus driver opens the door and yells at them.
Stop it! Leave him alone and get on the bus!
Laughing, the three boys go to the back of the bus. The new student sits behind the bus driver, tears streaming down his face.
Grace and Mark find seats in front of their friends, Maria and Son. Grace turns around to talk to them.
Hi guys, do you know what's going on at the bus stop?
Pete and his crew were picking on the new kid.
Why?
He was wearing different colored shoelaces, one purple, one orange. They picked on him because of his shoelaces. That's awful.
A few minutes later, the bus arrives at the school. The new student is the first one out. He runs into the school building.
The rest of the students get off the bus. Pete and his friends walk behind Grace and Mark, still laughing about their actions. Mark turns to them.
Gosh, why don't you leave the new kid alone? He hasn't done anything to you.
Why you don't mind your own business?
Yeah.
The boys stop and stare at each other. Grace grabs Mark's arm.
Come on, Mark. Let's go. We'll be late for class.
Mark turns away and walks into the school with Grace. At lunchtime, the cousins meet in the cafeteria. They talk about what's happened at the bus stop that morning.
What Pete and his friends did to the new student was just wrong.
Yeah, I bet that if everyone wore purple and orange shoelaces, they couldn't pick on all the students at once.
Suddenly, Grace starts smiling.
Mark, that's it. What if, for one day, we could get everyone to take a stand against bullying by wearing purple and orange shoelaces?
Great idea. We could call it Lace Up Against Bullying Day. But there are 400 students in this school. Where are we going to find enough shoelaces for everyone? How would we pay for them?
Wait. Your dad's friend, Mr. Parrott, owns a sporting goods store in the mall. Maybe he can help us.
That evening, Grace and Mark talk to Mark's dad, Mr. Brown, about their idea. They liked the plan and called Mr. Paris.
It's all set. If you two get the approval of our principal, Mr. Paris will supply enough free shoelaces for everyone in your school.
Wow, that's great. Thanks, Dad.
The next morning, Grace and Mark meet with Mrs. Whitney, the school principal, to tell her about their idea. Mrs. Whitney gives them her approval and calls Mr. Paris. He promises to get the shoelaces to the school on Wednesday.
We'll make this Friday Lace Up Against Bullying Day. You two can tell everyone about it during today's announcement. We'll also post it on the school website. I'm proud of both of you.
Grace and Mark go to the school's computer room to broadcast their plan to the school.
Good morning. We are here to tell everyone that this Friday will be Days Up Against Bullying Day. Show your support by wearing purple and orange laces in your shoes on Friday.
Starting at lunchtime on Wednesday, pick up your 3 purple and orange shoelaces in the cafeteria. Send a message that bullying hurts everyone.
On Wednesday morning, boxes of shoelaces arrive at the school. At lunchtime, students stand in lines to get their lunches and shoelaces. During their lunch period, Grace and Mark help give out some of the shoelaces.
Mark, look. Everyone is taking shoelaces.
I sure this idea works.
Friday finally arrives. Grace and Mark anxiously take seats on the school bus, wearing purple and orange lace in their shoes. Pete and his friends are the last students get on the bus.
As the boys look down the aisles, they see that everyone is wearing purple and orange laces, including the bus driver. Their mouths open while in disbelief. The bus driver greets them.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
The boys sit down and don't talk to each other or anyone else during the ride to school. Grace whispers to Mark.
So far so good.
When Grace and Mark get to school, they are amazed by what they see. In addition to wearing purple and orange shoelaces, many students, teachers, and staff are wearing purple and orange clothing, including shirts, jackets, and shorts.
Mrs. Whitney is wearing sneakers with purple and orange shoelaces. She shakes hands with Grace and Mark as they enter the building.
Mrs. Whitney, this is incredible.
Mark, this response shows the strength in numbers. Congratulations. It looks like Days Up Against Bullying Day is a huge success.
At that moment, someone taps Grace on the shoulder. It's the new student who had been bullied. He whispers two words to Grace.
Thank you.
Then the new student smiles and waves Grace. She waves back as he walks down the hallway, his head held high.
Mrs. Whitney, I agree. This day is a wonderful success.
This is the end of the story. Thank you.
Oh well, every group has their strengths and specialities, and they're all doing an excellent job.
You're right. Here comes the last group, Division 1. Let's give them a big hand.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Division 1 students, and today we are going to present a really feature story to you. This story is called Days Up Against Bullying Day, and it's written by US Stories. We hope you enjoy it. It's Monday morning. Grace Taylor and her cousin Mark Brown are running late. They race down the street just in time to see the school bus pull up to a stop. As they get closer, they see 3 boys pushing a new student who is waiting for the bus. The bus driver opens the door and yells at them.
Stop it! Leave him alone and get on the bus!
Laughing, the 3 boys go to the back of the bus. The new student sits behind the bus driver. He is screaming down his face. Grace and Mark find seats in front of their friends, Maria and Sean. Grace turns around to talk to them.
Hi guys, do you know what was going on at the bus stop?
Pete and his crew are pecking on the new kid. Why?
He was wearing different kind of shoelaces. One purple, one orange. They picked on him because of his shoelaces. That's awful.
A few minutes later, the bus arrives at the school. The new student is the first one up. He runs into the school building. The rest of the students get off the bus. Pete and his friends walk behind Grace and Mark, still laughing about their actions. Mark turns to them.
Guys, why don't you leave the new kid alone? He hasn't done anything to you.
Why don't you mind your own business? Yeah.
The boys stop and stare at each other. Grace grabs Mark's arm.
Come on, Mark, let's go. We'll be late for class.
Mark turns away and walks into the school with Grace. At lunchtime, the cousins meet in the cafeteria. They talk about what happened at the bus stop that morning.
Hoping that this friend think your news changer was just wrong.
Yeah, I bet that if everyone wore purple and orange shoelaces, they could have picked on all the students at once.
Suddenly, Grace starts smiling.
Mark, that's it. What if, for one day, we could get everyone to take a step against bullying by wearing purple and orange shoelaces?
Great idea. We could call it Lace Up Against Bullying Day. But there are 400 students in this school. Where are we going to find enough shoelaces for everyone? How will we pay for them?
Wait, your daddy's friend, Mr. Perez, owns the sporting goods store in the mall. Maybe he can help us.
That evening, Grace and Mark talk to Mark's dad, Mr. Brown, about their idea. He lights the pen and calls Mr. Perez.
It's all set. If you should get approval of your principal, Mr. Perez will supply enough free shoelaces for everyone in your school.
Wow, that's great. Thanks, Dad.
The next morning, Grace and Mark meet with Mrs. Whitney, the school principal, to tell her about their idea. Mrs. Whitney gives them her approval and calls Mr. Perez. He promises to get the shoelaces to school on Wednesday.
We'll make this Friday Lace Up Against Bullying Day. You two can tell everyone about it during today's announcement. We'll also post it on the school website. I'm proud of both of you.
Grace and Mark go to the school's computer room to broadcast their plan to school.
Good morning. We're here to tell everyone that this Friday we will Lace Up Against Bullying Day. Show your support by wearing purple and orange laces in your shoes on Friday.
Starting at lunchtime on Wednesday, pick up your free purple and orange shoelaces in the cafeteria. Send the message that bullying hurts everyone.
On Wednesday morning, boxes of shoelaces arrive at the school. At lunchtime, students stand in lines to get their lunches and their shoelaces. During their lunch period, Grace and Mark help give out some of the shoelaces.
Mark, look! Everyone is taking shoelaces.
I sure hope this idea works.
Friday finally arrives. Grace and Mark anxiously take seats on the school bus, wearing purple and orange laces in their shoes. Pete and his friends are the last student to get on the bus. As the boys look down the aisle, they see that everyone is wearing purple and orange laces, including the bus driver. They're most of them wide in disbelief. The bus driver greets them.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Good morning.
The boys sit down and don't talk to each other or anyone else during the ride to school. Grace whispers to Mark.
So far, so good.
When Grace and Mark get to school, they are amazed by what they see. In addition to wearing purple and orange shoelaces, many students, teachers, and staff are wearing purple and orange clothing, including shirts, jackets, and socks. Mrs. Whitney is wearing sneakers with purple and orange shoelaces. She shakes hands with Grace and Mark as they enter the building.
Mrs. Whitney, this is incredible!
Mark, this response shows the strength in numbers. Congratulations! It looks like Lace Up Against Bullying Day is a huge success.
At that moment, someone taps Grace on the shoulder. It's the new student who had been bullied. He whispers 2 words to Grace.
Thank you.
Then the new student smiles and waves to Grace. She waves back as he walks down the hallway, his head held high.
Mrs. Whitney, I'm proud of you. This day is a wonderful success.
Well, this is the end of our performance, and we should hope that you enjoyed it very much.
nearly the end of the competition, and the dear adjudicators are calculating the marks.
Let me ask you a question. After watching the 5 performances by the Faulty Boy, how much do you know about the content of the story?
Well, this is easy. The main characters of the story, Grace and Mark, saw some of their schoolmates bullying a new student because of his shoelaces with different colors. Then they thought of a plan against bullying by asking all the schoolmates to wear different colored shoelaces. And finally, they achieved a great success, as most students followed the plan.
Yeah, apart from that, I can see the implication of the story too. In the story, the new student was discriminated by others. It means that he was treated unfairly because of the difference in the color of his shoelaces. This story teaches us a lesson. We should try to treat everyone fairly in all ways in order to stay peacefully with others.
And if you ask me, the story more or less reflects one of the global issues of these days. If you recall, the story is about a guy being bullied just because he wears a different colored shoelace. And in the real world though, some people are discriminated just because they have a different skin color.
You mean black people?
Exactly. Racism is still a problem today. The black people, just as you mentioned, are often bullied or exploited by the whites, the Americans. And the black people, like the Africans and the Indians, are often bullied or discriminated.
You're right. So, the story, instead of just about anti-bullying, may also be delivering the message
racism. That's the word you will find. And do you have any classes that you perform better?
I think every class did a really great job, and let's give ourselves a big hand.
Well, the results already. Could you please announce the results? First things first, the best narrator goes to Michael Chan from Division 2. Michael Chan, please. Good enough. I hope you like the present.
And the best teamwork goes to Division 3.
Can the representative from Division 3 please come on? Congratulations.
Okay, the second runner-up of the whole event is Division 2. Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations. Your teacher and you did a great job.
The first runner-up goes to Division 3.
Congratulations. You and your teacher did a great job.
winner of this whole event, on this School Readers Theatre competition, goes to Division 1.
Congratulations, you and your teachers did a great job. Thank you.
Thanks for the excellent performances by the participants and congratulations to all the winners. See you next year.
Bye-bye.
Please give them a big hand. Please give our judges a big hand too. Okay, now we're going to have a sharing section where I will have Q&A, question, answer, and reflection. But before we do that, I will invite the other Form 2 teachers to help me. Okay. Now, I think all of you really enjoyed Reader's Theatre. I'm going to just ask you to reflect, think, and actually use your brain. So the first question, I'd like you to think about it for 20 seconds. What is the moral of this story? Do not answer yet. Do not answer. 20 seconds. I'd like you to think hard and deep. What do you think is the moral of this story? Okay, I said think silently, not loudly. Thank you. Okay, now I'd like you to face a partner, find a partner, and tell the moral to that partner. Ready? I count to 3, you may start. 1, 2, 3, go! Okay, very good. Great job. Okay, now I'm going to ask for volunteer. When I count to 3, raise your hands. Ready? 1, 2, 5. You need to listen very carefully. It could be a listening exam. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. That young man here. Stand up.
Don't bully other people who are weak. We get it.
Okay. No one will bully you. No one will bully you. But can you repeat? Can you repeat again?
Don't bully other people who are weak.
Who are weak. Okay, is that good? Give him a big hand. Very good. Don't bully other people who are weak, like teachers. Okay, another moral. That's not the only one. I count to 3. Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3. Okay, over here. In 100 words. You need to listen. Okay, go.
Respect others.
Louder.
Respect others.
How come you didn't do that in my class? Okay, give them a big hand. Very good. Very good. Respect. So, don't bully others. Respect. Hold on. Another moral. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, Mr. Justin Bieber. Baby. Okay, go.
Cooperate with others.
Sorry,
Cooperate with others.
to bully someone else? But you did that already. So what do you mean cooperate with others? Like what?
To do everything.
Like?
Like
Bullying you, Mr. Win.
Bullying me, but is that the moral?
No, just kidding.
Ah, you're only kidding. You're so funny. Okay. What's your answer? Cooperate with others.
Further elaborated. What do you mean by cooperate?
What do you mean cooperate with others?
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. Can you? Okay. Shh. Give them a chance to think about it. What do you mean by cooperate with others? To do what?
Do everything.
Okay, but I don't understand what you mean by everything. Can you give me an example how you cooperate with others?
Like what? And like the process of we preparing the theater.
Okay, but that's good. That's the more, but the story. The story is that a kid was bullied. So it's not about teamwork or cooperation. So what have you learned from this story? What is the...
They cooperate to organize the bullying day.
Excellent. There you go. That should be very good. Very good. Give them a big hand. So, just in the same that you should cooperate with others, stand up against the bullies, right? Stand up against the bullies. Okay, very good. Okay, now next question. I'd like you to think for 10 seconds to yourself. What types of bullying are there? There are different types of bullying. What types of bullying are there? Shh. Think to yourself. Think to yourself. Okay, now I'm going to ask. I count to 3, please raise your hand. I'd like some people in the back. You've been very active. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. What types of bullying are there? Give me one example.
Academic results bullying.
Academic result bullying. Can you give me an example? Say something to me.
Like someone that have good results, like Jeff and...
Oh, not Jeff.
What's the name with me?
Okay. So, and what does that student do?
He's getting some good results in the examination.
So how does he bully you?
And the students in the class say that, oh, good result. That's that make it feel not comfortable.
I see. So you bully those who are better than you so that you can feel better, right? Okay, very good. Let's give James a big hand. Very good. Sorry, Just So was a name. It was a make-believe name. It's not real. There's no Jeff So. Okay? There's a Jeff So-So, but not Jeff So. Okay. So one type of bullying, as James stated, is like verbal, right? You say bad things to people. So, can you give me another type of bullying? Shh. 1, 2, 3. Wow, so many people. I can't peg. Okay, stand up. Okay, give them a big hand, please. Very good.
Cyberbullying.
What's that?
Internet bullying.
Oh, so you have experience. Please share.
My friends.
Your girlfriend.
No.
Oh, your friend only. So your boyfriend.
No.
So how do you bully someone on the internet?
Not me.
I know it's not you, but give an example.
Oh, I saw someone post the photo on the some of the sexy photo.
Sorry, you are surfing the wrong website. We are just the Disney Channel. I don't know which website you want to. Okay, give them a big hand. Very good. Cyberbullying. Very good. Very good. Okay. you know there's another type of bullying that can actually hurt people. Okay, that young man over there.
Physical bullying.
Physical. Okay, can you come here? Give him a big hand. Come on. Show us how you physically bully someone. Come on. Pretend I'm the weak student. Go. Okay, demonstrate. Kung Fu. Okay, physical bullying, right? Hey, I taught in a band 3 school before. 20 kids beat up on one kid, and I jumped in to stop them. They punched me too. It's true. It's true. And it was actually quite a frightening experience. Okay, another question. Have you thought about when you call people by their nicknames? For example, there's a certain boy here that keeps coming up to me. Gai Wen. I won't say who. I will not say who, but D1. Okay, and so by calling your teacher's name, do you think that's a form of bullying? No, it's not a form. It's the most important form of bullying. Okay, so calling people names. For example, when I was in secondary school, I told all of you I was bullied. They called me chicken leg. Because my legs were so thin, that was thinner than the girls, they used to call me chicken legs. Even though I just pretended that didn't hurt me, I went home and I cried. So when you call someone a name, you might think it doesn't hurt them then, but maybe they're crying in the toilet at home. So the next time you decide to call someone a name or tease them, think twice. Okay, next question. Ready?